Wow.
Joining the show, 1 month trial, Ethan. So Ethan gets requested like a handful of times. People have been wondering what's
Ethan
going
with
on.
a new haircut too. He's like a wild and crazy guy haircut.
I appreciate that.
Did you see the clip from you guys with that interview? We posted on our YouTube.
They put that on my TikTok every now and again, and pretty much goes viral every time. And people are like, is he still there? It's like, you know what? He could have been working in a closet. He could be not there. He just, I don't know. I can't believe he's here now.
Really? Why can't you believe it?
I guess I can believe it's not the most stunning. I could have had a million guesses and it wouldn't have been you.
Real? I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you're not like top of mind for me.
No,
So.
I was just about to say I'm not on the top of your radar. So.
What are you up to? Do you still work for us?
Well, like, no. I mean, I guess I still work for you in the same capacity I did, where I'm just like not getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You weren't like doing anything, right?
No, well, I was blogging and stuff, and then COVID happened, and then I don't know. My email just got shut down one day.
Really?
Nobody ever told me anything. My email, camps at Barstool Sports, just stopped working one day.
I didn't even know we shut down. I didn't even know we shut down emails. I feel like people have been here like decades ago still. So that's what it was. It's like your email stopped working and you just.
Yeah, I think it was.
By the way, who's sending you emails to camps at barstoolsports.com? You were checking that email? How many emails in the history of that email did you get?
It was mostly just the former editor-in-chief yelling at me.
What K. Marco?
Yeah. But
Well,
I
Still
think
on the
that's when
bloggers page.
Yeah, the transition kind of died. I don't know what happened.
Wait, he's still on the. You're still on the blogger page?
Yeah, I mean, my HQ still works. My blogs just stopped getting posted.
And then you're just like slowly like.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm not getting paid anyway. Why do I give a shit?
That was kind of, I feel like, your attitude from the jump.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Just here to have a good time, I guess.
So what do you do now?
I sit in my bed.
That
Gamble.
seems about right. You're a gambler?
Yeah. I play poker all day.
Interesting.
My
So you're like a
basement.
professional poker player?
That's a stretch. I run a card room in my basement. We play about 3 to 4 times a week.
Like physical, like in person?
Physical in my basement, yeah. I
Like
have to make sure I'm not-
like you got some big whales in there, or just like schmoes?
Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. Perspective.
What's a blind? Like, what are your blinds typically?
We're playing 5-10 cents, but it's like we're playing enough where it's like people are. I mean, I made a lot of money playing just because I'm a lot better than everybody. But
Are you whispering, or is this sound just
no,
off?
I'm just a quiet person.
Because I don't know that I could barely hear you, so I hope people
Okay.
can hear. So who contacted you to come on?
Kareem.
Got it. So, yeah, I mean, I feel the same way with Ethan. I've always thought he's a weird, interesting guy. Like, from the second we met, his work ethic was disgusting, I thought. Like, so what he's saying is right. He wasn't getting paid. I don't even know if we're allowed to do that anymore. But, like, with anybody who comes into the opportunity, you got to earn it. He wasn't even close to earning it in my mind, but
There was a time on the rundown where I filled in for Tommy, and you were like, "Oh, we're close to paying him again." And then
Really?
COVID. Yeah, and then COVID happened. Yeah.
got it.
And
Yeah,
then that
it's
just kind of fucked everything up. So.
I would say this. If you were the opposite in my mind, highly motivated, so I'm actually surprised you have like a card game going on in your basement.
Oh,
That
yeah,
seems
it's-
motivated.
It's more so just invite my friends over and take their money type of thing. but,
Okay, fair.
you know.
Who did you report to, Ethan? Was Dave your direct boss, or was K. Marco?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have anybody to report to. I was a lawless man. I was, I guess, under Dave's provision, but you know.
I was an
He's
Ethan
doing-
fan. I rooted for him.
Yeah. Thank you. But I guess that stopped at some point.
No,
The
I
rooting.
still root for you. But I mean,
I appreciate that.
He's a lawless man. There's something there, and maybe one day for somebody else. Like, I think at one point I'm like, you're welcome to come in as long as you want, as long as we're not paying you.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is, like, I was coming in unpaid, but that was just, I mean, that ended up, I had, like, so around the time I stopped getting paid, I had about, like, $2,000 in my bank account.
Oh, you were getting paid at one point?
I was originally getting paid.
That's right. And then it was
and then
like...
you took it away.
Correct.
Because you were trying to fire me, and I was like, I'll just work for free.
Correct. I wasn't necessarily firing. It's like, this isn't going to work out. You, like, on a trial period... I don't think you've done much.
Well, that in of itself was a little, like, I don't know, like, frustrating to me because it felt like, I don't know, there was never, like, continuity. It was always just like, oh, at the end of the month, I might just not have a job or whatever.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it's a little hard. It was, like, a little hard for me, especially as, like, I was a pretty young teenager. So it was, like, I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah, and that is, I don't, that's the Barstool world. Like, we throw you in, and it's like... You sink or swim, but it's not too much hand-holding, and that can be hard.
No.
That definitely can be hard.
And I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that, and it impacted me, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Do you hold any ill will here, Ethan? Are you upset at anybody? Is there anyone?
During COVID, actually, there was a time where it was like, I, like, didn't blog or whatever, and, like, for like a day or two or something, like just like kind of normal stuff, and it's just like former editor-in-chief just up my ass, and then he had me do some like fake assignment that he said he was gonna then like recommend me to you and Erica or something, and that he was gonna CC me on it. Never happened.
What's a fake assignment?
He just when you're doing your unboxings, he had me make like top 10s of your unboxings and said you wanted that or something. So I was just doing that.
There's a chance
I think it was like
that.
It was like he said something like, oh yeah, I'll get this to him, but he has a virtual like concert or something. I was like, okay.
I did have a virtual concert at one point.
With Tiesto?
Yeah, Tiesto and Jimmy Buffett. It never happened, but that's not made up. That was really supposed to happen.
Because, you know, sitting at home, I'm, you know, just Google chatting this guy, and he's like, yeah, I'll get it to him as soon as the virtual Tiesto concert's over. It's like,
that was a real thing that was supposed to happen.
And then it just never happened.
Yeah,
I'm
it
just
never
sitting
happened.
there with my thumb up my ass.
That's
like,
how I
what am
met
doing
Jimmy
here?
Buffett. So he was telling the truth about that. You must like, I've always been a 1 month trial Ethan guy. Do you like me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
People forget I applied to be Frankie. Like, I'm a huge Dave Portnoy guy.
Yeah, and I like Ethan. I think there's something there, but I'm way past, like, one thing that's happened as we've gotten bigger, like, I'm not around, like, if Ethan may have prospered in a smaller Milton environment because I'm there and I'm up people's ass a little bit more, so it's like, do this, do that.
Yeah, it's closer attention.
Yeah.
It's like you're under a microscope.
Yeah, like, I mean, I fired Frankie, and he kept going, but in the new world, especially the new world where I'm not even there, you can sink pretty quick, and obviously COVID's a different, but the door is open. Like, if Ethan just walked in one day, I'd give him Rico's seat. Like, honestly, I would be like, Rico, time to find a new seat. Nah, I don't know they do anything.
I never had a desk.
Yeah, you did. You were right around the corner from me.
Well, because I had to bring my own in.
You brought your own desk?
Yeah. Dana White was like sucking my cock about it. He was loving it.
Wait, you literally brought in your own desk?
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
a blog. That's a blog on BarstoolSports.com.
That is actually the most... Okay, so what I'm saying is zero motivation. That is motivate. That is pretty good, bringing in your own desk. I didn't know that. Good for you.
Well, I did tell you, and you just kind of like...
Well, yeah, there's a lot of information
up
there.
No, yeah. It was like something you were on your way to advisors or something. It just rolled right off your back. It's like, okay, cool. You know what I mean?
Did you take your desk back or no? Is it still there?
Well, that's a COVID thing. My uncle's actually been asking about that desk because it was his.
Take it back. You're in the office today.
Well, I don't...
Is someone sitting at it?
It's a lot of work. It's not that big of a deal to me. Smitty tried breaking it once, but that's a different story. But I don't know.
I'm like I said, the doors. I like him. I never totally knew where we were at with him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I tried emailing you once, like after my email got shut down, I think it just got lost because it's like not.
I honestly didn't know. What's the point of shutting down your email? That's crazy.
That was the thing. It was like I must have just been like I wasn't on payroll or something, so they were just shutting down
like your email shut down.
I was using.
You're on our blogger page.
Yeah. And I could still access HQ and blog.
That is a window into the madness of Barstool Sports. Like, let's get his Ethan Camps at Barstool email shut down, but he can access to bring down the whole company.
It was, yeah. Well, that's what I took that as the first sign of am I getting squeezed out here?
I mean, you really have to be squeezed out to shut down your email when you're not collecting a paycheck.
Yeah, and I thought it was we're not even going to tell you type situation. We're just going to squeeze you out and just hope you never show up again.
And I do say this, Eddie, in all seriousness. He has something. He's one of those weird brain guys. I don't know what it is. Would you move to Miami?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yes.
Wow.
I'd get on a flight in an hour.
All right. I'm heading back, so I'm eventually soon. Now, I only have about a month left in Miami before I go back east. But I am going to put together a new crew of weird brains that are my crew, and they're going to have to follow me around when I'm in the Hamptons. They live there, and when they're here, I'm going to put them up. I'll buy a place, not buy a place, but I'll rent a nice place people can live, and they'll be my content crew. That is coming.
Yeah, I'm around. I'm around for sure.
I mean, you'd fit in. You'd infuriate me, no doubt. But it would be very funny content.
I actually think we'd be pretty good friends, but that's a different story.
We'd be frenemies. I can get upset when things don't go right, and your lackadaisical nature would infuriate me, but it would be funny content.
It would be the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows.
Yeah, like A Tale of Two Cities. Maybe we're onto something. You may have the lead foot. It would be a paid gig. Ethan Camps may be moving into that Dave Portnoy misfit crew that I'm going to put together.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess just let me know. I guess I can be on standby for the circus. But, yeah.
Yeah, talented. Listen, all the people in this crew will become very well known and have futures in content. I guarantee you that. When you get in my circle, it paves the way for stuff because inherently you become part of content.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the appeal of becoming Frankie.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So I did not expect to see what a turn of events this convo from a total stunner to I didn't know if he was still working in a remote crevice of our office to we shut down his email to maybe he'll be part of my crew.
Well, like I said, I just sit in my bed all day and gamble, so
All right.
Let me know.
Unbelievable.
I will.
He's going to get his
keep you in
desk
the
back
loop.
in a spot in Miami.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting. All right. Good to see you, Ethan.
All right. Good to see you, too.
Thank you, Ethan.
Thank you.
I'm
What a
dead
turn
ass
of
serious. I'm dead ass serious because I've mentioned it. I'm putting together my own content crew who, and I got inspired. I knew I had to do it, but I got inspired by a Buddha Ben job posting that I saw that, yeah, it was the best job posting I've ever seen. It said something to the effect, you have to live in my apartment. You have to do what I say 24/7. Be ready to serve me 24/7. Be ready to drop your life at a moment's notice to follow me 24/7. I'm like, this is what I need. I need a crew like that. I'm probably going to put together 3 to 5 people, and it's going to be my crew. And because I'm not going to be in the city, but I need people around to make content with me. So, and he'd be great and infuriating all at once. I have that vibe on him. He's just he's quick on his feet. He's witty.
And that's the best spot for success, like you said.
What?
That's the best way for him to be successful. You couldn't do it when it was, you had too much going on, advisors, bing, bing, bing. But when you got a couple guys.
He needs somebody to play off of, because he's very good that way. He's naturally funny. And it's really, I can't get a read on the dude.
Yeah, that was what a turn of events for Ethan.
Yeah.
Gonna get his desk back in a Miami spot, possibly.
I mean, when he said he brought in his own desk, which apparently I knew, I was like, oh, that's a little fire in the belly. I mean, we got Rico, who has literally cried nonstop for like a month that doesn't have a desk, and then you got a teenager who brings in his own desk. Some guys want it handed to him. Some guys take what they want. Now, that's all he did. He stopped. He brought the desk in. That was good. But still, he brought the desk.
Well, I think it was a big point of contention was his over winter break. Remember that? He texted Big Cat. He's like, "Oh, have a good break." He's like, "Yeah, man, like you too." And he's like, "Oh no,
blog? Are we gonna blog over winter break?" Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and he's like, "Oh no."
That's the type of shit that will not happen. I mean, again, Frankie Borelli, day 2, left the office before I did. He came. He's like, "All right, I'm done with work. I'll see you later. I'm typing. I'm blogging." I'm like, this fucking guy just left before I did on day 2, and I ripped his asshole apart. You need that.
Yeah.
Like everybody who's been my guy, for the most part, has gone through the fire and has been very productive. Gaz, Hank, Frankie, these are some of the most productive people we've had at the company because they've worked lockstep with me.
School of Hard Knocks.
Yeah.